We are back with another episode, Ray on Replay Sports Podcast. So, thank you again for tuning in. Like I said in the last video, I thank you for the views and the subscribers. I really appreciate that. Thank you for everybody watching and tuning in into the podcast. So without further ado, let's get into, I'm not gonna say breaking news, but let's just get into what has happened yesterday. So today is March 6th. So yesterday on March 5th, finally came through. I don't know if you've seen my last two other videos, but the Lakers have been working out J.R. Smith and Dion Waiters. Then they recently had a meeting with Dion Waiters, I think it was last week, and then they gave him a workout this week. So, as of last night, March 5th, Dion Waiters did sign with the Lakers, which I think would be I'm gonna say like the missing piece that the Lakers needed on the team. The reason I say that is because we needed another playmaker. As far as playmaker, I mean a playmaker, a shot creator, somebody who could play defense. We was kind of missing that in that aspect. We have Rondo, he's the playmaker. He can't create his own shot though. The defense is kind of lacking. We have Kuz on the bench, who he's like a catch and shoot type person. He can get to the lane when need be, but he can't create his own shot. He can't create his own shot. The defense is kind of lacking for him on the defensive aspect of the ball. So, like I said, Dion Waiters, great pickup for the Lakers. That's my team right now. Been my team since 2018 when LeBron signed. So, yeah, that's a great pickup. They released Troy Daniels to get the roster spot that they needed. Great pickup, man. It's a great pickup. I think he's gonna do great things on that second unit when he come off the bench. That's pretty much like gonna be his role. And then I could really see him like closing out games, being in the lineup. I could see a lineup being like Dion Waiters, LeBron, Anthony Davis, Kuz, and like Avery Bradley or Danny Green. I can see a type of lineup being like that to close out games, to finish games. I can see that. You have all shot makers on the floor. You have everyone who can shoot the ball, can play defense. Besides Kuz, but besides that, I can really see that being a closeout lineup for the Lakers. It's really going to be great, and I can really see great things for that unit when they actually do it. So shout out to the Lakers for actually picking them up. I didn't know that it was going to happen so soon, so fast, but the playoffs are soon come. You have like another 2 or 3 weeks, 2, 3, 4, probably like another month, and then the playoffs do begin. So it's going to be very pivotal that the Lakers do the necessary things that they need to do to, for one, stay on top and have the #1 seed in the West, because the Clippers right now, they're got a little head of steam. I think they're like 3.5 games behind the Lakers. They passed Denver for the 2nd seed. So, they're starting to get in their rhythm and pick up commotion. But, the Lakers, they're not lacking anything. They're right there where they need to be. So they're doing the necessary things that they need to do in order for them to position themselves to be great. So shout out to Lakers for that pickup. I really thought that they was gonna get J.R. Smith because knockdown shooter, can play defense. But hey, we might see him somewhere else. We might see him go to the Clippers or the Bucks, somewhere else. I don't know. I could really see him playing for the Bucks too. J.R. Smith, that would be a nice fit. Knockdown shooter, another shooter surrounding Giannis. Can play defense. So you never know. So we'll just see how that goes from there. What else has happened in the NBA? Other news in the NBA is yes. 3-0 has returned from his hand injury. I repeat, 3-0 has returned from his hand injury. Don't nobody know 3-0 is? Definitely talking about Stephen Curry. So last night, Stephen Curry played last night against the Raptors. They played at home. He definitely is on minutes restrictions right now. I think he's playing between like 24 to 28 minutes, something like that. So, the game definitely missed him. He just brings a whole nother different aspect to the game. Like, when he's out there on the floor, like all the defenses, they have to play different. Because they have to extend the defense when he's out there on the floor. So it's a whole nother aspect to the game. He played last night. Unfortunately, the Warriors lost. He had a decent game. He had 23 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. So, decent game. First game back, he's just trying to get into rhythm. Me, honestly, I don't think he should have came back. He should have just sat out for the whole year. That's what I really think. But he was really pushing and striving to come back. He was working hard to come back to make a return. The game really missed him. We need him back. It just ain't the same without him. So shout out for Stephen Curry to have the drive and the will to make a push to come back. I think he was just trying to get a rhythm of the league and what's going on. Unfortunately, the Warriors are definitely not making the playoffs, so you can count that as an L. There is truly upside for the Warriors. By that, I'm saying this. This is how I think the whole Warriors scenario is going to work out. Clay's not playing for the rest of the year. Jeremiah, he didn't have a good year. This is like a year of downtime. The Warriors, they've been to 5 straight finals. So this is like downtime. This is rest time. But they know next year when everyone is coming back and they're healthy, it's go time. But this is how I think the scenario is going to work out. So you have the Bucks. You have Giannis. So everybody's right now, they're including Giannis to get this trade off to go to the Warriors. To me, I really think it can work. Now, this is the reason why I say it can work and why I say Giannis is going to the Bucks. Going to the Warriors, excuse me. So if the Bucks, they're a great regular season team. They've been doing this for 2-3 years. Great regular season team, but they can't just make it over the hump, And I really, this year, like I said, I really don't see the Bucks going to the NBA Finals. I really don't. It's either going to be the Celtics or it's going to be the Raptors once again. Or the Heat. I don't see the Bucks going over the hump. Like I said, granted, they have the best record in the NBA right now. They're playing phenomenal basketball. That's a regular season team, but for some reason when the playoffs come, they don't show up. So if the Bucks, I repeat, if the Bucks do not win an NBA championship, or they go to the finals, or if they don't go to the finals, Giannis is going to ask for a trade. And the trade team that I believe he's going to go to, people are throwing in, I'm hearing like Miami right now, but I don't see that. I see the Warriors. They have the pieces to give them that you're not going to deny. I mean, you're not going to deny the pieces that the Warriors are going to give you to get Giannis. And then you're going to have to respect his decision for him to go. Like, if he doesn't want to play there no more, you're going to respect his decision and you're going to let him go. So, like I said, I repeat, if the Bucks do not win a championship or go to the finals, Giannis is going to ask for a trade. That's just how it's going to go. I'm saying it first. March 6th, I'm saying it first. So when it happens, everybody during the summer, if it happens, and it does happen, everybody's going to come back, watch this video, pay attention to this video. I said it first, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you how this whole scenario is going to go. I think it's going to go. You know, the Warriors have Andrew Wiggins. They're in a losing slump right now. So, of course, they're going to have a high draft pick, probably a lottery pick. And, yes, I'm going to bring them up because if I'm the Bucks organization, I'm going to ask for that type of player. I'm going to need 2 players in a pick. And those 2 players are going to be Klay Thompson. I can hear the uproar now. And Andrew Wiggins. And I'm going to need that lottery pick. I'm going to tell you, that's the trade that's going to happen if it happens. And y'all say, hey, I wouldn't give up Klay for Giannis. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Because they sure not going to ask for Draymond. Steph is off the market. You're definitely not getting Steph. They're not asking for Draymond. So the Bucks are gonna say, hey, you wanna get Giannis? I'm gonna need him. Let me get Klay Thompson. Let me get Andrew Wiggins. And I'm gonna need that top lottery pick. And let me tell you right now, you would be a fool not to give up those folks to get Giannis on your team. Giannis, Steph, and Draymond. Oh, that's championship material. Championship material. That's championship material. I'm telling you. That's like, okay, they finna make another run at it. Again. 3-4 years finna make another run at it. So you heard it here first. Like I said, once again, I repeat, Bucks do not go to the NBA Finals or win a championship. It's going to ask for a trade. The Warriors are going to be one of the destinations. And the Bucks are going to ask for Klay Thompson and Andrew Wiggins, top overall pick, top lottery pick that they got. It's a fair trade. Let's go. Get it. Get it while it's getting good. It's done. That's a done deal. Done deal. Done deal. That's a done deal. Sure is. And it would get to this point. If I'm the Warriors owner or the GM, if you want Draymond too, you can have him too. You're just not getting Steph though. You're not getting Steph. But if you want Draymond, you have Draymond too. Because the league is turning into like a duo superstar type of thing, you know. So it could just be Giannis and Steph, and they could work around them, and they can get pieces. Who wouldn't want to take a pay cut to play for Giannis and Steph? I'm just telling you what it is, what it could be. Like I said, once again, if you ask for Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, and that lottery pick, you can have them for Giannis. Please. Here you go. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We will definitely figure it out. All you gotta do is add a couple of pieces around them. That's it. Everybody else is a duo. Got a duo thing going on. Besides Miami, everybody else got a duo thing going on. You know what I'm saying? You got Kawhi and Paul. You got LeBron and AD. You got James and Russell. It's a duo thing going on, man. 2 All-Stars on the team. That's pretty much how the league is going. Donovan and Rudy. You know what I'm saying? Just what it is, how it's going right now. Next year, it's gonna be BI. If BI continue to play like that, it's gonna be BI and Zion. Just what it is. Porzingis, if he can step up his thing going on, it's gonna be Porzingis and Luka. If Trae Young can find somebody, I like John Collins, the way he's turning into. Ain't nobody talking about John Collins neither. John Collins putting up crazy numbers. He's averaging 20 points, shooting 40% from three, shooting 50% from the field, and he's shooting 80% from the free throw. Crazy numbers too, but ain't nobody talking about John Collins. Shout out to John Collins. If John Collins can get produce more, you can have a John Collins and Trae Young. So let's turn into like a duo type superstar thing. You know what I'm saying? So I can definitely see that happening. If it happens, it wouldn't surprise me. We'll see. You know, pay attention. You got what? Like I said, you got like 1 more month, then the playoffs start. The playoffs are here, and it's really gonna get cracking. Really gonna get cracking. So definitely can't wait to see that. Excuse me. I'm really ready to. I'm like urging to see that. Really though. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm urging to see it. Really urging to see it. So we'll definitely keep that on our minds. It's like an eye opener when it does. I'm gonna say when it does happen. It's gonna be an eye opener for a lot of people, but not for me though, because I said it. I already said it. March 6th. Remember the date. So, I know there's been like a lot of uproar, not uproar, but let's just talk about who can win Rookie of the Year. Now, I had this conversation with somebody else, and but I told them, you know, my views on it. Ja Morant, hands down, is, I'm gonna say, the leader right now in Rookie of the Year. But this is like what happened. It's like what happened with Trae and Luka last year. You know what I'm saying? You know, Trae last year started off going crazy. Like, he was going crazy the first half of the season. Second half of the season, Luka started going crazy. They gave it to Luka. You know, all you've been seeing is, which they'll probably give it to Ja off of the cuff of this. If Memphis makes it to the playoffs, they'll give Ja Morant the Rookie of the Year. That's just how they're gonna do. But you know, my views on it is you know, Ja Morant has been killing, you know, since the beginning. But ever since Zion has played, his first game was like January something. Ever since he's played, I think he's averaged like 24 and like 7. Probably played like 15, 16 games. He's averaging 24 and 7. He's been dominant every game he's played in, like pure dominance. Like, they're feeding him the ball, they're not going away from him. You know, to me, he's even taking shots from BI. Like, the shots BI, all the shots BI was getting, like he's taking less shots because BI's taking less shots because Zion's there. And I said if he was to continue the streak that he was at, after seeing the first 2 games, I said he was gonna win Rookie of the Year. Zion, yeah. Even though Ja Morant has been killing, going crazy, going nuts. I think Zion is gonna win Rookie of the Year, and once again, the Pelicans, they're not too far behind the West. I think they're like 3.5, 4.5 games behind them. But like all their games are like must win. Like they got going crazy. Like probably got like 20 games left. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta like go on like a crazy streak. I ain't gonna say crazy, but they're gonna have to win like out of them 20. I'm probably gonna say they're probably gonna have to win like 15. Some crazy number like that. They're probably gonna have to win like 15 out of the 20. So, but Zion has been doing crazy. I'm talking about back-to-back games where he having 30. This is crazy. Like he's so explosive. Second jump is out of this world. The way he's snagging rebounds, like he's too big, like 6. What is he? 6'6", 6'7", 285. They throwing him on the post. He's backing down, getting a bucket. Crazy in transition. Plays defense. So I mean, we'll see. Like I said, but if Ja Morant does hold on to the 8th spot, Memphis holds on to the 8th spot, Ja Morant will win Rookie of the Year. Definitely. They'll just give it. They'll give it to him off of the cuff of, okay, you've been killing, all year, and you took your team the first year to the playoffs. Like that's tough. I ain't gonna lie, that is tough. So, but Zion keeps having these amazing games, and these games are amazing. Like Zion is like must watch TV. He keeps having these amazing games. Can definitely see Zion like edging and trying to win that Rookie of the Year. So I don't know. We shall see. We won't know until June, until they have like their little award show or whatever. Like it ain't during the season no more. Like during the playoffs when they let you know. So we will see about that. That's just a thing that I don't know. I'm kind of like torn between. So we'll see. So let's talk about. Let's switch the subject to the NFL. So there's like a lot of uproar going on right now. Tom Brady, he's of course he's a free agent. He's actually like listening to other teams. The front runners right now for Tom Brady is, of course, the Patriots and the Titans. One of the teams I really believe that he's going to go to. The system works. He has weapons. He has defense. He has wide receivers. He got a tight end. Got a running back. It all fits. It fits. It fits for him. Of course, playing for his old teammate. And that's like the same. Mike Vrabel and Bill Belichick. Like you learned everything through Bill, so you already know like all the ins and outs of everything. So of course, like he don't even have to say nothing. But Tom can come in and just do what he please. But another team that's coming in like a sleeper team that I'm hearing is the 49ers. I don't know why the 49ers would make that move. They just came off a Super Bowl run of going to the Super Bowl. I think people are really concerned of Jimmy Garoppolo of him, as far as because he can definitely manage a game. Jimmy is a game manager. Jimmy is a Alex Smith. That's what Jimmy is. Jimmy's not gonna do nothing too flashy. He's not gonna throw the deep ball. And I just think like Kyle Shanahan doesn't trust him. Doesn't want to put the game in his hands and say, hey, you know, on this last drive, I want you to you call your plays and get it done. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he gave him that freedom yet. When he had Matt Ryan, it was more of, okay, I know I can call these type of plays. I know you're gonna get the ball to the right receiver. I know that's what you're gonna do. So I really think like the 49ers are hoping that they can get Tom, Jimmy be the backup once again. But to me that fit wouldn't work. I mean, of course they have the defense. They got the running game. They don't have the receivers to make that happen. They got Emmanuel Sanders. He's a free agent. He wants to come back. They got Deebo Samuel. They use him in all type of ways. But like I said, he reminds me of like Anquan Bolden. He can be dangerous. But to me, they don't have the receiving core like that. Like the Titans do. The Titans, they got two dynamic receivers. A.J. Brown and Corey Davis. A.J. Brown came from Ole Miss, just like D.K. Metcalf. They are two great up-and-coming receivers that nobody don't really talk about. And you get Tom Brady on that team with Derrick Henry in the backfield. And you got that amazing defense. Come on, man. Come on, man. Ryan Tannehill, take a back seat. Because I'm going to tell you right now, they ain't finna, Ryan Tannehill, this ain't finna be no Ryan Tannehill with Tom Brady in the game. Like, of course he's going to hand the ball off when need be, but he's the type of great quarterback that can read a defense and be like, okay, let's audible this play. Because I'm finna pick their nose real quick. By picking their nose, I mean he's finna pick them apart because he's reading the defense. Okay, you're in cover 2 man. So I'm finna real quick. Let's go and switch this play up. Like Ryan Tannehill, they had that in this game, and they didn't trust him enough to say, okay, boom, switch up the play. No, they didn't do that. They ran the ball. They never trust the passing game in Ryan Tannehill. So they need to pay Ryan Tannehill like a backup. Keep him there as a backup. He doesn't deserve a big check. So the Titans are definitely my pick for Tom Brady. I think it was March the 4th. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick had a phone call, and everyone's reporting that the conversation did not go well. So, you know, we only can see what can happen. Like I said, Tom Brady, he wants weapons. He wants more receivers. He needs more, not more help, but they have the running game. They got Sony Michel, they got Rex Burkhead, James White. They got the running game. That's cool. But he just needs like receivers. Like Edelman can only do so much. You know what I'm saying? Sanu, he was hurt all year. Josh Gordon in and out. Like he didn't have no receivers. Get him some receivers and watch what he can do. You see what they did when he had Randy Moss. Just need some type of weapons, man. Some type of weapons. Everybody always say, well, he don't need no weapons. You know, he always wins without, he doesn't need weapons. He always wins with pretty much their defense, how their defense controls the game. Of course, they have one of the top defenses in the league this year. But you see, he couldn't get it done because he didn't have enough weapons on offense to make things happen. He didn't have enough playmakers. he didn't have enough people that can get off the ball and release like they're supposed to. So, like I said, the Titans are definitely my pick for Tom Brady landing the spot. And when it happens, we will see if it was Tom Brady or Bill Belichick. We can definitely split them and see who had the antidote, who was it, or did they just work together so well that they can be untouchable. So I definitely see the separation coming, and it will come. So y'all can definitely stay tuned for that. Definitely stay tuned for that. That's all I have for this week's podcast. It's kind of short, you know. A lot of things really not going on. Yeah. This is something definitely I wanted to talk about. So, while I was at work the other day, and this is not even like during the season or nothing like that. So, me and my he not even like a coworker or nothing, like he works for Coke, so like he a Coke vendor. So me and him was having this conversation yesterday, and he was just saying like LeBron, he doesn't have no defining moments in the playoffs. And I kind of looked at him like, huh? What are you talking about? No defining moments in the playoffs. So he was just like, he doesn't have defining moments in the playoffs. But I'm like, mind you, like this dude is a LeBron hater. Like he says LeBron is good. So I'm like, okay, if he's good, like name me another good player. So he said Kevin Durant. Oh my gosh. So Kevin Durant, LeBron James, they're just good. So I'm like, defining moments in the playoffs. So I could just, I can go down the line. Defining moments in the playoffs. Okay, when he scored 54 against the Pistons, I think it was game 6, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, someone correct me. Game 6 against the Pistons when they had Chauncey, they had Ben, they had Tayshaun, they had Rip, Rasheed. Against that team, they was a championship caliber team. Scored 54 against the Pistons. What about the game winner in the playoffs when he was playing against Gilbert Arenas? The layup, that wasn't a defining moment. Okay. So what about the game-winning 3 he hit on Orlando Magic? That wasn't a defining moment. What about when he scored 45 points in 3 quarters against Boston, game 6? That was a must-win game for them. They was playing in Boston. That wasn't a defining moment, was it? Okay. Let me see. What else? What about the game-winning layup against the Pacers? Oh, that wasn't a defining moment. I'm sorry. Game winner against Chicago. Against the MVP, the D. No, he wasn't D. He wasn't MVP that year. No, he wasn't. But it was a game winner against Chicago. Yeah, I remember it. It was corner 3. It was a defining moment. The block against Iguodala in the finals? Nah, that wasn't a defining moment. What about when he took the Cleveland Cavaliers to the finals against the Spurs by himself? Nah, that wasn't a defining moment. When Eddie Jones, Donyell Marshall, Eric Snow, Boobie Gibson was on that team. Nah, that wasn't a defining moment. I think they were the number one seed in the East that year. Yeah, okay. That I guess he don't consider that a defining moment. I mean, I keep going, like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't even know why he said that. So that jump kind of blew me too when he said that. No defining moments in the playoffs. No. We not talking about regular season. We talking about playoffs. Playoffs, man. No defining moments in the playoffs. Yeah, these moments were crazy that he actually said these things. So just kind of at a loss for words. Yeah, I just had to get that off. Like, that was ridiculous. So want to thank y'all for continuing to watch, continue to subscribe, continue to keep showing me love, man. Just can't stop, won't stop over here. So stay tuned for the next episode. Like I said again, all episodes will drop Monday morning at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Monday morning. Podbean link is in the description down below, so you can download it. You can listen to it while you're working, while you're working out, or you just want to sit there and you want to listen to it. You want to watch the video. That works too. So thank you, and I'll see you next week. Ray on Replay.